way.
That just makes it better.
Totally.
Totally.
And if the chicken comes up, I mean, that's, you know.
You guys are ready.
The three-member band Soul Creole is shown sitting on a porch and playing music. On the left is a white male, Louis Michot, who plays the fiddle. He wears a baby blue button-up shirt and gray jeans. Next to him is a black male, Corey Ledet, who sits and plays the accordion. He wears a blue t-shirt and blue jeans. On the right is a white female, Ashlee Michot, who sits and is playing the t-fer. She is wearing a white blouse with gray jeans.
All right, we're Soul Creole. We're going to play a little something called the Freetown Rock. We're gonna get Corey to sing a little something called "For Pas tu février." Oh, baby.
Why you want to make me cry?
Faut pas te faire brailler.
Faut pas tu fais brailler.
You want to introduce Cherokee or me too?
C'est toi. Je peux faire ça peut-être en français puis en anglais.
Oui, fais ça.
Ouais.
All right.
All right, the next song is a song about wild roses that grow in the ditches of Louisiana. It's called the Cherokee Rose Waltz.
Les mouches.
Ouais. Il y avait quelque chose dans mon doigt, ça fait j'ai...
Oh ouais. Ah, c'était bon.
C'est ok, alright.
The next one we're going to do is an old traditional song called Cousine Lili. And we have a Cousine Lili, and some of my family was around when they recorded this first song, and it has a special meaning to us. Alors, c'est Cousine Lili.
Yeah.
one again.
No.
I think I ruined it already.
Tu crois?
Maybe we should.
Encore? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded awesome.
Me too.
All right. I just said at the end, I think I have to cut that one again. But yeah, y'all can cut that out. Y'all can just,
Yeah, it's up to y'all.
cool. Thanks, Shane.
Wait.
You know, people want it to be as it is, organic.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That's what's beautiful about this time, huh? Is that people are becoming okay with being normal, not perfect. Well, as far as like entertainment goes.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, we did like some live streams and the kids would come down and they would just,
I think I'm crying.
you are crying, baby.
It's so,
You can be too polished.
it's so good.
Yes,
We're
totally.
Just crying.
So emotional.
Yeah, and especially with
it's,
this music.
it's the first time we've played together.
I know, that's
4
awesome.
months, no more. Since February.
All right, here we go.
We hear that a lot.
That's Marcel. Get that on. That's Marcel. Keep more tu seul. All right. The last song we're gonna play is a song inspired by one of our
Key.
let me start over. Yeah. I got one more. We can make it. The last song we're going to play is a song that's inspired by one of the greatest musicians to ever come out of South Louisiana, a man that was influential in both Cajun and Creole and Zydeco musics. Does both work for that? All right, one more time. This last song we're going to play is a song that was inspired by Amadi Ardoin, one of the most influential musicians to ever come out of South Louisiana. And he inspired all the music that all of us play, whether it's Cajun or Creole or Zydeco. We're calling this the new Amadi two-step. First time playing together in 5 months.
You wouldn't know it.
Oh,
Soul Creole are shown being interviewed by Dr. Shane Rasmussen. Dr. Rasmussen, a white male with glasses, wears a mask, an orange plaid long-sleeve button-up shirt, and black dress pants. The interview takes place on a porch.
thank goodness, huh? Thank goodness it ain't hard.
No, if it was hard, we wouldn't do it.
Where should I look? Does it matter?
Look at them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we're here in Arnaville, Louisiana, with the members of Soul Creole, and our theme this year is Louisiana's French cultures, and we're right here on their porch. And so, if I could just have you introduce yourselves.
My name is Louis Michot. I play fiddle.
My name is Corey Ledet. I play accordion.
And I'm Ashlee Michot, et je joue le t-fer.
And I could not stop smiling as you guys were playing. It was just, you know, it's a joyous thing what you guys do. Why the name Soul Creole?
We just kind of came up with the band and just all fell together like this, and we needed a name, and Corey said, I've always wanted to call a band Soul Creole. I said, that's what it is, because
Yeah.
that's exactly what we do too. We play from the soul. We don't think too much about what we do, and we just do it on the spot. We're like 99% improvised, except for that one time we try to play our song we recorded, and like, you know, other than that, we have no preconceived notion what we are, and it's Creole music, so
Yeah.
Soul
We-
Creole.
It's almost like and you guys have played together for some time. There was a hiatus,
Yep.
but you've been playing together for a while.
Yeah, 2000. Well, we started
12, 13, yeah.
Something like that.
And yet, I still feel we're catching the band in kind of a nascent form because you haven't yet cut a CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, we just keep it live, you know, and we've tried to record some of our live shows and haven't had the perfect capture yet. But you know, like I said, our live shows is just, it's always different. It's always on the spot and it's improvised, and so that's, you know, we're really where we live is in playing live with the crowd.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can understand. You meld really well when you play, and there's something kind of minimalist in the tradition of the three people. But you know, the fiddle and the accordion aren't unexpected, but it's almost like the expectation is the third instrument would be a guitar. It's a t-fer instead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? How does that add to the sound? And kind of, I think it's kind of an exciting way.
Sure. I think that when you talk about Creole music, back in the day, you used to use whatever you had on hand, be it a frottoir, repboard, or a triangle t-fer. But in the evolution of Cajun and Zydeco music, the repboard is seen more in Zydeco, and the triangle is seen sometimes less and less. So I thought it wasn't really thought of. Really, it just kind of, this is what I prefer to play.
Right.
And then I found a real playful way to play it and to meld it into music. So it's kind of a throwback to old Creole music.
Now, when you say a more playful way to play, what does that signify?
It signifies it being what's the word? Playing off of the way that Corey plays the accordion, and knowing very well Corey's musical language, and also intrinsically Louis'. Go ahead.
May I add that, I mean, the way that Ashlee plays the t-fer is a way that it's really never been used before that I've seen, because for one, we are kind of in more of a Zydeco band, if you will. We always have a Zydeco drummer and Corey leading the band, and you know, we're from Cajun music backgrounds, which once again makes it Creole. It's all of it together, and the way Ashlee plays the t-fer is not like you'd see it played in a Cajun band. It's almost like a washboard player would play in a Zydeco band, where it's doing different things. It's catching on different rhythms, and it's feeling free to improvise and not
That's
just
right.
as
she's-
well as
she's
hold
not,
down.
She's not staying on one beat. She's like, you know, just coming together like
Yeah.
that.
It is more free flowing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you can really hear that when you're playing live. Like,
Yeah.
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 So one of the cooler things about what you guys do is that whenever you're making something new musically, it seems like you're pushing the tradition a little bit, or maybe a better way to say that is seeing where the tradition is going. And so you can kind of sense that evolution, that, you know, what Barry Tolkien calls the dynamics of tradition, that it's always going to be dynamic and yet conservative at the same time. How do you see your band doing that?
Well, we all are rooted into, you know, the traditional side of things, but we also like to keep a good balance of things, a little variety. So everything we do is going to be along the traditional line, but we want to try to balance it off with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but not too much, because then it gets off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd say for me it means using as much Louisiana French in the lyrics and translating popular songs, because we're children of the 70s and 80s, and we bond on that too, not only our love of Bojack but also our love of 80s music and that vibe. So I think that's just a natural progression that you see, but you don't see many 80s kids that have a handle on, say, popular music and also traditional French lyrics. So that's something special that we meld, and it's really effortless.
Awesome. So this is the Cajun French, Creole French, Tears for Fears.
Yeah. Who are we?
I was born in '69, so I understand the '80s vibe very, very well.
Yeah, it's just natural, just
I can
nostalgic.
Yes, Stranger Things. I'm right in that zone. What advice would you give to young musicians who are beginning to take up the mantle?
Learn the language, definitely. You know, it makes all the difference when you can express yourself in it, not when you're just, you know, singing sounds. But there was a place for that, I think, when people were trying to keep the music going. But as musicians and as somebody that loves the music, you can't love the music unless you love the language it's in.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a strong base in tradition before you can expand. And if you're playing intertraditional music, especially obviously like this, if you're playing Cajun or Creole or Zydeco, there's so much learning to do. There's so much repertoire, so much history to learn, musical history. I mean, I'm not talking about information, I'm talking about the music itself and the songs. And, you know, it's also important to write new songs, but you have to put in those hours and years of learning it before you can make your contribution where you understand the art that you're a part of.
Yeah.
And the tradition.
So it becomes part of that legacy, that overall, you know, momentum of tradition.
Yeah, and it's so important. Like, and I was going to say, as a same answer to the previous question as well, that, you know, music is supposed to be exciting and moving emotionally and spiritually and soulfully and all that. And, you know, you can only get so far covering old music. You have to do what's true to you and bring your own influences to it. And I think that's really the key to bringing traditional music forward, is to allowing yourself to be your own artist while still respecting the culture and tradition.
Yeah. No, that's very cool. How does it feel to play again?
Great.
Relaxing.
Great. We didn't
Relaxing?
Yeah.
Yes, relaxing.
Feels like Christmas to me.
True Christmas in July.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, we have, like, I've been stuck in my little studio playing by myself. Corey's been stuck in his studio playing by himself.
I've been stuck in this house playing by myself. No, I'm kidding.
Just sitting there playing triangle. But yeah, it's amazing to just get back together. This is the first time we've done this in 5 months. We've done some by distance where we send each other videos and melded them together for certain festivals and such, but this is the first time we play together. Man, it feels great.
Yeah.
We have to figure out how to do this more often.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool the way we, you know, make technology work with us and do those videos and put them together, but it's nothing like being together, you know.
Amen.
Yeah, I wonder what this would be like if this was in a club, you know, or a dance hall. Because, you know, playing here, and for an audience of one, I tried to be kind of far back there, not just for the shade, but because I wanted to just be you, playing for you. And I noticed that there's almost like it was just a rooting in the song itself. You know? I mean, because, Corey would do, just be going and go, and then he'd play a little run, but it would almost just be like that spice, like that zing added to it, and it was almost like you guys were just really in the groove of just that moment. Does that make sen's?
Exactly.
We're listening to each
That's
other
right on.
very,
Is that right?
very intently.
Oh yeah,
yes.
it's all listening.
Oh yeah, and it's second nature from when we play together on stage. It's all improvisational. So yeah, it's all listening, for sure.
Yeah, it's I mean, of course, when we're in the club, we have our drums and bass as well,
Right.
which adds a whole another element to it. But yeah, I mean, that's the greatest thing about this band is we've never practiced, we've never had to practice, we don't want to practice. It's all about doing it on the spot and doing what we feel at the moment. And I think naturally we're leaving our inhibitions behind already because we're all learning new things at the same time because we all come from different backgrounds and are melding it together.
Yeah. This is awesome. Is there anything that you would like your audience to know, or anyone, because I think a lot of people are going to be turning in that they don't know who you are, and they might be new to your music altogether, or even your kind of music. What do you want them to know?
Well, Louisiana is a very interesting and complex place, and I think we're kind of a representation of South Louisiana in the sense that you never know what you're going to get, and I think the cultural manifestations of South Louisiana are always a lot further and more present than people even realize. We've finally gotten around to recording our first song. We recorded a single. It's called Toiron. Ashlee wrote it, and we recorded it at Mark Bingham's studio. So we put out our first little 45 record, and there's a dub remix on the B side.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great, and I think people have been waiting many years for us to put out one record. We put out two songs. So there's not much more to us than seeing us live, but now you can at least get one song to keep you quenched.
Is it on CD or just vinyl?
It's just on vinyl and digital.
Online.
Something about me wants to just say yes. You know what I mean? There's something really cool about that.
Yeah, it's on 45 for all
Yes.
those DJs out there.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
It's been an honor speaking with you and to
Thank
hear you.
Thanks for coming all the way down here, man. It's been great to get together.
Mm-hmm.
Cut. Sorry, I had to. All right. Oh, yeah, makeup. It's called shower.
Yeah, really.
All right, I got a hose right there.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
go ahead
true.
and.
If y'all want to wash we do it every day.